Aloha America! Mr. Sports Travel coming at you from the gorgeous, beautiful state of Montana. It's the Montana video. And listen, birds chirping, no wind. And you hear that noise in the background? Listen carefully. That's a car. He's just going to be turning here. And the reason for that is we've got a sporting event that's about to take place. And once that car passes, I want you to listen to see if you hear a sound. You hear that? Let's wait. You hear it? That's a ball going into a mitt. This, ladies and gentlemen, is historic Lindborg Craig Field, home of the Missoula Mavericks. I love that name. I'm kind of a maverick and a bit of a pirate at 50. A pirate looks at 50. Look at Mr. Sports Travel. Yes, I am a pirate, 50 years too late. Jimmy Buffett song. So I'm at Lindborg Craig Field in the beautiful college town of Missoula, Montana. It's May the 15th. What a gorgeous day. Little wind. About to see an American Legion baseball game here. And there's a sign right here. You can't see it, trust me. So of a pitcher and a hitter, old school sign, the Dale Dahlgren's American Legion Baseball Complex. Now the reason I chose this venue is because when you think about Montana sports, you think about amateur sports. I'm going to tell you more about that in detail in a moment. But first, as you may know, as I stand here on Maverick Lane, which stands right behind me, another unique aspect of this venue, I am on the road for OperationFirstResponse.org. Do you like the threads? I think I'm looking pretty good. The sun's hitting me. I feel so pretty. It's got to be like in the upper 60s right now. It's gorgeous. May 15th in Missoula, Montana, off of I-90. I'll take it. After all the shitty weather I've had on this trip, I'll take it, okay? There's the American Flagmobile in all her glory with 230,000 miles on it. Still kicking ass, as Motley Crue would sing, and does sing. So, I'm on the road for OperationFirstResponse.org because freedom is not free, ladies and gentlemen, and I would not be able to do this trip, nor would you be able to watch this video and all the other goofy stuff on YouTube. I'm not fake. Because of freedom. We have freedom and liberty and justice for all, right? Car coming in here to watch his or his son probably play some American League baseball. The game's going to start probably about 15, 20 minutes. So the point I'm taking is that my late father got me into sports travel, served in the Air Force, and I'm seeing a game in each of the 50 states. Beautiful day to be biking. Got a biker just past me here. So I'm on the road seeing a sporting event in each of the 50 states. Began the trip at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. That great game between Utah and Ohio State, the Ohio State University, that went into overtime. So I was there January 1st, 2022. Seeing a sporting event in each of the 50 states. Went to Hawaii in February. Obviously I didn't drive there. Last state will be the Alaska, the great frontier, the last frontier, October, November. Did DC on this trip as well. Currently doing the lower 48. Began February 20th in the Grand Canyon State. And we'll be going back to California, my home in San Diego, probably around Father's Day, maybe a week later than that, we'll see, to be determined. So in each of these videos, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to donate $50 to OperationFirstResponse.org. Spit it out, Mr. Sports Travel. OperationFirstResponse.org. These are one-take videos, folks. I'm the camera operator, no wind, tripod's working, and I'm the talent. So $50 for OperationFirstResponse.org. Why, Mr. Sports Travel? Because I will help you plan your next sports road trip, and you will be simultaneously helping our vets, service members, first responders, and their families. If you're not a sports fan or you don't want to do sports travel, how about a friend, a family member, somebody in your circle wants to come, maybe here to Missoula to see American Legion baseball or the great University of Montana. I'll talk about that momentarily. Or you want to do a ballpark trip to all the major league parks, the minor league parks. Or you want to see some college football, perhaps go to the Rose Bowl, the Tournament of Roses, where Mr. Sports Travel has been multiple times. Or you want to do some golf trips to the Masters, or Daytona, or you want to do a college football trip, or March Madness. I am the everywhere man. Been sports traveling for more than 25 years. I will help you. You. Or someone you designate for that $50 plan your sports road trip. I've been doing that on this trip. Thanks to all those that have donated, past, present, and future, to OperationFirstResponse.org. As I said, I've been sports traveling more than 25 years. My late father got me into sports travel, served in the Air Force. This is my 4th year, not including the COVID year, obviously, that I've been doing the American Flag Mobile Tour. And on the back window of the car, it says, "Thank the veteran, service member, first responder, or their families today. Operation FirstResponse.org." I know they're not paying me to say that. I'm 100% self-funding my trip. Mr. Sports Travel's done okay. And if you had kids, and he was married, or you had an ex, he wouldn't be doing this trip because he wouldn't be able to afford it. But there you go. So in each of these videos, ladies and gentlemen, I'm celebrating each of the 50 states plus DC. My first visit to the States, sports related, an event, a game, right? The most recent event, and my favorite sporting event in that state. Another car coming in to watch American Legion baseball. Game starting at about noon. It's currently about 11:40 maybe. Beautiful Sunday, May 15th, 2022. On the 50 States Tour, Mr. Sports Travel. So let's get on with it. My first sporting event in the beautiful, gorgeous, exquisite, radiant, you pick it, state of Montana was minor league baseball. In fact, I saw the team here in Missoula in 2006. The ballpark wasn't really finished. The concourses hadn't been done. There was still wood literally being built, like the concessions, but they started playing the games. And this was in the old affiliated minor league rookie league. And at that time, you also had a team in Helena, you had a team in Great Falls, and you had a team in Billings at the old Billings Park, which I love that. That was an old school ballpark in Billings. So in 06, on the Green Machine Tour, which you can learn about on MrSportsTravel.com, MRSportsTravel.com, you can learn about that trip. So I am at the American Legion Ballpark in Missoula, because again, when you think about amateur sports, you think about Montana. Montana has no pro sports. In fact, Montana has no minor league anything. No minor, except for minor league baseball, there's no minor league hockey, no minor league basketball, there's no NBA team or basketball league team here, and there's no minor league hockey team here, so you've got the minor league baseball. But you think primarily of high school and college sports. So American Legion baseball, because high school baseball is persona non grata in April here in Montana, and in March, like, because they start early, right? There is no high school baseball here. So it's American Legion baseball. And throughout this gorgeous state, you've got facilities like this, where you can see in the distance here, ladies and gentlemen, dead center is the little press box. You can see the stands, and then you can see the gorgeous mountain views. This direction, this direction, this direction, there's mountain views all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. The beautiful college town of Missoula, Montana, and the American Legion team called the Missoula Mavericks. So that's where I am, about to see an American Legion game. And what's interesting is it's May 15th. A lot of states, their American Legion doesn't start till June. For example, Oregon, they don't start till early to mid-June. Whereas here, because there's no high school baseball, and South Dakota is kind of the same way. Some South Dakota do play high school baseball. That's the deal, right? So they're starting early, and it happens to be a beautiful day. So I'm here in Missoula. I told you already about my first sporting event in the state. Most recent sporting event, we're about to see it like in 5 or 10 minutes. That would be me, Mr. Sports Travel. The American Fratmobile will see it from the parking lot. Now, let's talk about my most favorite sporting event in the great state of Montana. And for some perspective here, ladies and gentlemen, I have been to every Division I men's and women's basketball venue. About 20 to 22 have different venues, the women versus the men. So here in Montana, the Super Bowl of Montana, as I like to say, with each state, is Montana, here in Missoula, University of Montana State School, against Bozeman, Montana State in Bozeman, further east on I-90. That's the Super Bowl, when those teams play in football and basketball and all the other sports. So my favorite experience in the great state of Montana has to be Montana football. If you're a football fan, if you're a college football fan, I mean, if you're really passionate about it, you've got to make a pilgrimage to Missoula to see the Grizzlies, the Montana Grizzlies at Grizzly Stadium. Beautiful stadium, mountain views, kind of like you're seeing here. Atmosphere off the charts, tailgating off the charts. And I want to say I saw a game here, I want to say it was 2016 or 2017. Memories getting foggy, Mr. Sports Travel is now 50, getting a little old. Pirate person, 50. But it was by far, nothing against the minor league baseball. This American Legion will be fantastic. But in terms of atmosphere and competition and the roar of the crowd and the stadium and the views, the everywhere man will tell you, there's nothing like a game at Grizzlies Stadium in University of Montana here in Missoula. It's this direction. But I chose this location because A, I'm going to this game and I don't have time to shoot videos at 2 different places. And B, when you think about Montana baseball, you think American Legion, you don't think about it. So I'm educating folks in these videos. Now there's some other great parks, American Legion parks in the great state of Montana. Miles City, Havre, Libby, Helena, where they had the minor league baseball. Kendrick is a Legion field. Butte's got a great Legion field. The minor league team has its own facility here in Butte, and Kalispell, where my fantastic roommate from college lives, has a new minor league team debuting in 2022, this year. So, giving you an overview of that, giving you my favorite venue, favorite visit to the state to date. Maybe this will blow me away. I doubt it. No offense. Most recent visit to the state and my favorite visit. So this has been the Montana video. This has probably been, if you've watched any of my other videos, and I highly recommend you do, you're watching the Minnesota video, the New Hampshire video. Oh my God. Holy crappy weather. But I was only there on those days. It is what it is. What are you going to do? So I will take, the irony of that is I will take a mid-May day in Montana. Oh yes, listen to those birds chirping, ladies and gentlemen. Where I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I'm as comfortable as can be. I'm well rested. I got a good night's sleep last night in the Potato State. I'm seeing mountains here, beautiful sign here. I'm going to see some baseball. I'm living the dream, man. As is this guy driving in to see some baseball on a beautiful Sunday in Montana. Please follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram, mrsportstravel.com. Please donate $50 to operationfirstresponse.org and I will help you or someone you designate plan your sports road trip. On the Facebook, I am MISTER sportstravel.com. Please become my friend here on YouTube. I don't have a lot of friends. Would you please become my friend? It's sad I have to ask people to become my friend, but please become my friend. I'm still learning the social media, folks. Quite honestly, when I get to my hotel after each of these games, I've seen a different sporting event the entire trip, and that's how I do it. I'm like a sports travel guy on steroids. But when I get to these hotels at night, honestly, I'm so white, folks. I don't have time to Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So I don't do it as much as I should. I actually do it more in the off season when I'm home in beautiful San Diego and I can chill. So just a heads up on that. But I'm learning the social media. Love your feedback. Please keep it PG rated. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please watch my other videos. Hopefully you'll learn something today. American Legion baseball. Big in Montana. Yeah, real big. So all the cars coming in, right? And it's church day. It's Sunday. So it's almost noon here. The churches are open. Huh? Got some baseball going on here. And I'm getting in right now to go see it. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.